Hi guys, and welcome back to this video. And on this video we're gonna look at the Lightwave droid scene that I posted up on the Facebook group, and basically just gonna take a look at a little bit of the scene. And this render is done at full HD 1920 by 1080. It has motion blur set 2 passes at, I think it's 50%. We have depth of field using the DP nodal filter, and this is the same octane trench mesh, but the only difference is that I beveled the flat part edges to add more detail to the mesh. So if you look at the walls and floors of the mesh, you can see that the edges are not sharp anymore. We have a nice edge bevel on everything. Alright, and so we just look at this render. This render is not denoised at all. It is a straight render, straight out of Lightwave paint. Looks quite cool. I like the volumetric fogs coming. We have a backdrop fog on the volumetrics. So there's a lot of fog in the scene, creating a lot of noise, dust and depth to the scene, which is making the scene a lot more believable. And we also have a lens flares on the headlight of the car. As you can see, I've taken out the wheels, so we are now in flight mode, and the droids just make the scene look so much more convincing. So let's jump into the scene and look at it. It's quite a simple scene, and we just have 3 passes on the anti-aliasing. Motion blur is set to photoreal, 50% blur, 2 passes, right? And we are running at full HD, and we go to radiosity switched off, so we're not using any of the radiosity settings. There's no baking, there's no caching of the scene. What you see on the screen is what you get rendered out, and so it is animation reflection blur. It is a bump map, so if we go to the bump, we have 50% bump, right? And we have turbulence at 20% to create some type of rough noise on the paint. And if I switch that off, basically turn it off, you see now we get a smoother looking paint. So that's what we get, right? Even without the 20% roughness on the paint. And the car there's no car paint shader. We're just using straight Lightwave as it is. And if I go into the color, I have dots procedure, and we have the blocks procedure over the black coat paint, the black paint that's making this pattern on the car. Alright, diffuse is off. There's nothing on the diffuse channel. Those are the settings for the car paint. And we see that there's 0% reflection blur. So if you want, that's an expensive that adds way more cost to render out to the render algorithm. So if you want to use an efficient way to create a reflection blur, put a fine procedure on the bump layer at maybe 20% to create that effect if you want it. So we have radiosity switched off. If you put radiosity on, that's what it does to your scene. So that is now set to backdrop only, because we are using the sun sky environment to light the scene, and the sun sky light, which is, if I go to backdrop options, that's what we're using to create the lighting